What is going on, YouTube? And we are back. Now, this is the brand new week and my first day heading to the gym, and we are doing chest and arm workout. And obviously, I'm back to doing incline bench press, which I always start off with. And this time, we're doing volume work for today in terms of the bench press. I might be working up to either 275 or 295 pounds, and I'll just try to do between 5 to 8 reps. I haven't decided. Most likely 275. You will see. But yeah, obviously after that, it will follow by some chest exercises right after, and work on my bicep, tricep, forearms, and then we call it a day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I'll see you guys at the gym. All right. Now we have just started. 135 is on the bar. I'll warm up with that. And I did a little warm up before this, just to work the back a little bit with some rows, work out the triceps with some pull downs, just to get things warmed up. Now I got my elbow sleeves on and putting on my hoodie again. I do want to keep myself warm throughout the workout for this bench session, because sometimes the gym can be cold and I don't want to feel cold and want to keep that sweat going, also to prevent injuries, because sometimes you warmed up and then you have to wait for your next set because you're resting, and boom, you start feeling cold and not warmed up enough, and then now you're afraid, you could potentially hurt yourself. All right, let's see one bar. How does it move? Let's go. Yep, staying locked in, making sure my technique is on point, all the way from my warm up to my top set, keeping it all the same. Don't change a thing. Hand placement, foot placement, you know, keeping your chest pushed outwards, shoulders are protected. That's what you need to do always. And then incorporate a leg drive into your lift. All that stuff counts. Now we got 185 on the bar. That's what I do all the time. I always make sure the bar is meant in the middle. So on each side it's evened out. You want to make sure your lift is as efficient as it can be. You do not want one side of the bar more than the other. Yep, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe in, lift, and I would breathe out, breathe in again, hold, and I'll press. That's usually how I do it. Yep. Yep. That looked easy. Now we're going to move on to 2 plates, 225 pounds. Yeah, the only thing with, doing these warm-ups is to kind of get a feel right before your top set how the weight moves, you know. Sometimes you could have a bad day and maybe you're too tired, didn't get enough sleep, and then the weight moves a lot heavier than usual. These warm-ups kind of give you a clear example if you're ready for that top set. 225, let's see it. Yep. Get yourself into position, hand placement, foot placement, retract your shoulder blades. Yep. Right there, you can see. Yep. You can see right there the way I incorporate leg drive. So when you incorporate leg drive, it should be like a one movement. It should all flow together, right? It takes practice to get to that level where it's like, hey, like how do I incorporate leg drive? Yeah, you start, obviously with the bar and practice with it, and then your mind and your body will be accustomed to learning the right way to use leg drive, and it becomes more of a routine, a habit, and now you don't really think about it, right? Now we're here at the top set, number one, 275 pounds. This is where now I'm working hard. And right there, I did put some chalk. It's called chalkless, I guess, because it's like a powder, and it's kind of invisible. You can't really see it. There is a little bit of white powder you can see a little bit, but it's kind of like clear. You know what I mean? And yeah, it comes in a bottle. A lot more. What do you call it? User friendly. Put a little bit on. That's it. You got pretty strong grip now to hold the bar, and try to make sure your lift is as efficient as possible. So now, also for today, I've started wearing the belt when I'm only reaching to my top set, just because, yeah, I want to get the best out of this workout. I want to get the best out of what I can possibly do. Now my core is strong, and it does get strong, especially with all the compound lifts that I do. But when it comes to your top set, if you're lifting really heavy weight, I want to be safe too. So, all right, let's see. 275, how many reps I can do. All right. I have to say, when I wore the belt, it was very tight on my core. I felt like more in control of the weight. All right, let's go. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 reps. Not bad, not bad. Felt good, felt good. 10 reps, 275 on the incline. Now I'm just gonna take a 10-minute rest before my next set. Again, we're doing volume work. So that is why today I'm just trying to move around decent weight with as many reps as I can. And it's all about getting that work in. And yeah. So the 10 minutes has passed. Now I'm getting ready for my second set. Belt is on. Gonna put my wrist wraps on, and then we will see how many reps I can do with 275 again. And yeah, let's see it. Yeah, like I said again, like when you record your own lifts, you kind of get an idea. You go back and be like, hey, let me look at my technique again. Am I using everything that I possibly can, doing it the right way so that I can get the best out of my lift? And sometimes during, like, when you're doing volume work, sometimes, yeah, during the set, you shift around. You're not staying in that right position. And I felt it throughout this workout. Like sometimes maybe my chest caves in, or my body shifts to one side of the bench, and it happened in this workout as well. All right, let's see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, not bad. I could have had for sure another 2 if I probably had a spotter, but you know what? Still pretty decent. Now I'm working on to another set, but I'm gonna drop the weight. So we are gonna go down to 250 pounds. And yes, when I drop the weight, I've always also kind of rested for 8 to 10 minutes, and then because I want to get the best out of this set, and I feel like 8 to 10 minutes gave myself enough time to kind of recover from my last set and ready to tackle this one. So we got the belt on. If you're wondering what's in my that water bottle right there, all there is in there is ice and water. That's all. There's no pre-workout. I come in here without any kind of, supplement that I use that would give you that extra boost. I come in here with that mindset like, yo, I gotta get this done, and I get it done. That's it. All right, let's see it. 250 pounds, how many reps? All right, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, baby. All right. 10 nice, clean, solid reps. That's what you want, you know. Range of motion is good. I do every rep that I do, making sure range of motion is the same, because I want to make sure when I get to my PR one day, any PR, same range of motion. You do not want to shorten it or anything like that. All right, now we're at set number 4. Same weight, 250 pounds. This is the last set, and we're going to see how many reps I do. And yeah, this is the last set for today for the incline bench press volume work. Yeah, by this time when I'm wearing that sweater, that hoodie, yeah, I definitely was like sweating, but it's a good thing. That's what you want. You want to keep warm throughout the whole workout when you're doing bench. And then when I get to my accessory work, I take it off, right? But all right, last set, make it count. How many reps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you see that? My right side moved a little bit. I had to move it back. Like, probably the bench is slippery. But anyways, that was 8 nice reps. Now we're done for today for bench. Now we're moving on to accessory work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the part I won't film. But anyways, let's get to work. All right, and that is a wrap. That comes to an end of my workout for today. Pretty good. Worked out on incline bench press. Did some volume work. Worked up to 275. 2 sets of 275. Roughly one set 10 reps. The other one was 8. Then I worked down to 250. One was 10 reps and the other one was 8 reps. Not bad. 4 sets. That's what I did for bench. Then I moved on to accessory work, which I did not film, and that basically I did another 8 sets of chest exercise, and then I moved to arms, bicep, tricep, and forearms. And yeah, that pretty much ends the video. Again, nothing crazy with the incline bench. I am working towards 365, and right now I'm training for it. And yeah, let's see what the future holds. Every week I come here, do the work, and slowly I'm progressing in all the lifts. Deadlift mostly, and incline, shoulder press for sure. I'm progressing in that. And squats, yeah, we'll see with squats what's gonna happen. I could do a little bit. The most I've done was 550. We'll see if there's any potential PRs in the future for squats, but we will see. We continue the work. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, share if you would, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next workout. All right, take care.